Hi everyone, in this video I am going to solve Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4 Extended in a session May-June 2023 Paper 4-2. So let's start with the first question. Question number 1, part A. The diagram shows an isosceles triangle with the base extended. Find the value of x. Since it is an isosceles triangle, so the two sides are same, two angles are also same. Let's say these two angles are we can name it as alpha. Okay, and we know that sum of all angles of a triangle add up to 180, so we can say alpha plus 42, this is equals to 180. This is 2 alpha equals to 180 minus 42, and 180 take away 42 is 138. So alpha is 138 divided by 2. This is 69. So all these angles are 69 degree. Both of them, sorry. Right. Okay, and since the base is extended, so the straight line is 180. So we can say x degree plus 69 degree. The sum of these two angles is 180. So we can solve for x, which is 180 minus 69. Okay. This is 111. Right. Now for part B, the diagram shows three lines meeting at a point. The ratio A, ratio B, ratio C is 3, ratio 4, ratio 5. Find the value of C. So we know that the three lines meeting at a point, angle at a point add up to 360. So we can say A, B and C, these three angles add up to 360 and the ratios are given. So we can say that 3x plus 4x plus 5x, this is equals to 360 degree, right? So 3 plus 4 plus 5, this is 12. 360 divides 12 is x is 12. X is 30 degrees. Right. Now we have to find the value of C. Right. So the C has a ratio of 5. So we can say C is 5 times of x, which is 5 times of 30, which is 150. 150 is the C value, right? Now for part C, a regular pentagon has an exterior angle D. Okay, pentagon has 5 sides, right? A regular hexagon has an interior angle H. Hexagon has 6 sides, right? Find the fraction d over h, give your answer in its simplest form. Okay, so we have to find the exterior angle and the interior angle, right? So exterior angle of a pentagon has a formula 360 degree over number of sides, which is 360 over the sides are 5. So which is 360 divides 5, which is 72 degrees. This is the d value, right? Now we have to find the interior angle. Okay, so for interior angle, we have a formula number of sides minus 2 times 180 divides number of sides. Sorry, the sides are 6 for hexagon. Okay, this is 6 minus 2 would be 4. 4 times 180 divided by 6, which is 120 degrees. This is the value for each. We have to find the fraction d by h, which is 72 over 120, and we have to convert it into simplest form. 72 over 180 is 3 by 5. The simplest form is 3 out of 5, right? Now for part D, show that PQRS is a cyclic quadrilateral. PQRS. For cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles add up to 180. These two angles and these two angles. So first we have to solve for x, right? So for quadrilateral, sum of all angles should be equals to 360. So we can say x plus 2x minus 5, this angle Q, which is 3x minus 40, and plus x plus 20. This should be equals to 360 degrees, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just 7x. This is 360 degrees. Okay, we have -5, -40, and +20, -25. So when we are moving on the other side, this would be +25. So 360 plus 25, this is x is equals to 385 over 7 divided by 7, which is 55. So x is 55. Now we have to show that opposite angles add up to 180. Okay, so we have x, it means the sum of x and 3x minus 40. 3x minus 40. This should be equals to 180. Right, x is 55. 55 plus 3 into 55 minus 40. Okay, so 3 times 55 plus 55 minus 40, this is 180. It is proved, right? Let me check for the other two angles, which is R and B. Opposite angles are 2x minus 5 and the sum of x plus 20. This should be equals to 180. Let me simplify. 2x plus x, this should be equals to 3x. And which is plus 15. So this is 3 into 55 plus 15. 3 times 55 plus 15 is 180. It is proved that it is a cyclic quadrilateral. Right. Now for part E, the diagram shows a circle with a radius 9 centimeter, center at O. The minor sector AOB with a sector angle 50 degrees is removed from the circle. Calculate the length of the major arc AB. This arc length we have to calculate, right? So arc length has a formula which is r theta, right? Arc length, right? Okay, since it is in degrees, so we have the formula. This formula is used in radians. We have given in degrees. So for degrees, we have arc length, which is equals to theta over 360 degree into 2 pi r. This is angle theta, right? So theta is the whole angle is 360. From 360 we have to take away 50, which is 310 over 360 times 2 pi, and the radius is 9. So 310 divides 360 times 2 times by pi times by 9. This is 48.69 or 48.7 centimeters, we can say. This is the length of the major arc AB. Question number 2, part A. Anil changes $830 into euros when the exchange rate is €1 is equals to $1.16. He spent 500 euros. He spent. Then he changes the remaining money back into dollar at the same exchange rate. Work out how much in dollar Anil receives. Right. Okay, so $830 into euro. We have given €1 is this much. What about $1? $1 is equivalent to 1 out of 1.16 euro. Right. So what about $830? This is 830 out of 1.16 euros. Right. So 830 divides 1.16. This is 715.151. 715.51. euros, right? Now he spent 500 euros. Now he has 715 euros, right? Okay, minus 500 he spent. This much is left. 215.51 euros are left, right? Now he changes the remaining money back into dollars at the same exchange rate, right? So according to the same exchange rate, we have 1 euro is this much. So what is 215.51 euros? This times 1.16. This is $250. Right. Now for part B, in 2021, Anil earned $37,000. Number one, he spent 12,400 on bills in 2021. Calculate the percentage of his earning he spent on bills. How much he spent on bills? 12,400 dividing by the total earning. His earning is 37,000. Multiply by 100. Percentage of his earning he spent on bills, right? 12,400 divides 37,000 times by 100. This would be 33.5%. Right. Now for the second part, his earning of $37,000 increased by 3.2% in 2022. Calculate his earning in 2022. So we have to find 3.7% of the earning 37,000. Right. 3.7 divides 100 times 37,000, which is 1,369. Right. This much is increased, so we have to add his earning in 2022. 37,000. We have to add 1,369. 38,300. Wait, I messed up over here. It's 3.2%, not 3.7%. 3.2 over 100 times 37,000 is 1184. Add 1184 in 37,000. This is 38,184. This much is the earning, his earning in 2022. Now for part C, Anil invests $3,500 in an account that pays a rate of 2.4% per year compound interest, right? Number one, calculate the total interest earned at the end of 5 years. First, we have to solve for the amount, which is the investment, into 1 plus the interest rate. Its whole exponent is the number of years, 5. 2.4 out of 100, add 1. Its exponent is 5 and times by 3,500. This much is the amount. 3,940.649. Right. Now we have to find the total interest earned. So interest earned, this is equals to amount minus the investment. 3,940.64 minus the investment. Okay, subtract 3,500. This would be 440.6, or you can say 441 if you round it. Now for the second part, find the number of complete years before Anil has at least $500 in his account. The same formula we have to use. A equals to P into 1 plus R, its exponent is T. It's a compound interest, right? So the amount now we have given is 5,000. It at least, so amount should be greater than 5,000. Okay, so the investment is the same, interest rate is the same. We have to find the number of complete years, right? So we have to guess and check here. As we can see, when we have 5 complete year, the value is 3,900 something, not 5,000. So let me check at 10. Okay, 2.4 out of 100 plus 1. Its exponent is, let's say, 10, and times by 3,500. It's not more. Let me check at 15. 2.4 over 100, add 1, exponent is 15, times 3,500. It's closer to 5,000. Let me check at 16. 2.4 out of 100, add 1, exponent is 16, times 3,500. Yes. So 5,000 is greater than 3,500 into 1 plus 2.4 out of 100, exponent is 16. Wait, this is at least 5,000. It means this amount should be more than 5,000, right? So the sign, I used it wrong. This is less over here. Less sign we are using here, right? So 5,000 is less than this amount is 5,115. This amount should be more. So the number of complete years are 16, right? Question number 3, the diagram shows a right angle triangle ABC. Part A, number 1, the area of a triangle is 60 centimeters square. Show that this equation. Okay, so area of a triangle we have given, which is equals to half base times height. Area is half base times height. Area is 60, the base half. The base we have given is 2x plus 5, and the height is x plus 3, right? 2 times 60 is 120. Let me use the distributive property. 2x square, 2 times 3 would be 6x. 3 times 5 times x and 5 times 3 is 15. Shifting all the terms to the left side, we can say. So we can say 2x square plus 6 and 5 would be 11x plus 15, and take away 20. This should be equals to 0. Okay, 15 minus 120 is 105. 2x square plus 11x minus 105. This is equals to 0. So it is proved. Now for the second part, solve by factorization. Okay, so 2 times 105 is 210. Okay, so 10 times 21, and 21 take away 10. This is 11. Yes, let me break the midterm. 2x square plus 21x minus 10x minus 105 equals to 0. Okay, so x is common. 2x plus 21 is left. Negative, okay, to make 2. Let's say 5 is common, because 5 times 2 is 10. 2x and plus 105 divides 5 is 21. 21 equals to 0. So x minus 5 is the factor, and 2x plus 21 equals to 0. So from here x is equals to 5, and the other value is x is equals to negative 21 out of 2. So divided minus 21 by 2 is 10.5 with negative, right? Now for the third part, calculate the angle ACH. AC and H, this angle we have to calculate. It is a right angle triangle, so we have to use the trigonometric ratios. Okay, so the front side, the opposite, and the adjacent. Let me use a ratio for tangent, right? So we can say tan theta, opposite is 2x plus 5, over adjacent is x plus 3. And we know the x is the length, so we have to take it positive, not the negative. So it's 5 we are considering here. So 2 times 5 plus 5 out of 5 plus 3. This is tan theta, right? 2 times 5 plus 5 is 15, and 5 plus 3 would be 8. 15 out of 8. So tangent inverse 15 by 8 is 61.9 degrees. Right, 61.9 degrees. Now for part B, triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Two triangles are similar. Triangle DEF has an area of this much. Okay. Number 1, find the size of the smallest angle of the triangle DEF. Size we have to calculate. So when the triangles are similar, it means they have same angles. Right? All the three angles are same in both triangle ABC or triangle DEF. So this angle is 90 degree. This angle is 61.9 degrees. We did. So what about the third angle? From 180 subtract 90 subtract 61.9, which is 28.1. This angle is 28.1. So the smallest angle is 28.1 degrees, we can say. We got this from 180, take away 90 and take away 61.9 degrees. Right. Now for second part, find the length of the shortest side of triangle DEF. So we have a triangle ABC over here. X we are using 5. So this is 5 plus 3 is 8. And this side is 2 times 5 is 15. 15 plus 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. This side is 15. So the shortest we can see is just 8, right? So the other triangle also have a shorter side. Okay, so if I can draw the two triangles here. Okay, this is a triangle ABC. A, B, and C. Its shortest side is 8, right? And the triangle DEF. Right. This is D, E, and F, right? So area of this triangle, let me calculate the area of this. We have given this is 60 degrees, 60 centimeter, and area of this is 93.75 centimeters, right? So as we know that the two triangles are similar, the ratios of their corresponding sides are equal, right? And if we are working on areas, we can say we are working on this side, right? So for area, we can say the area 93.75 over 60 centimeters square, sorry. This is equals to the area of, we can say, the triangle DEF over the area of triangle ABC. This is equals to the length of DEF over the length of ABC, its whole square, right? So this length is missing. This length is 8, its whole square, right? To get rid of square, we have to do the square root on both sides. So which is 93.75 over 60 and times it by 8 to get the shortest length of DEF. right? So this is 93.75 divided by 60. Its square root of answer times by 8. This is 10. The length is 10 centimeter, right? Question number 4. The table shows information about the heights of 80 children. The height we have given, the frequency we have given. Now for part A, number 1, write down the interval containing the median. Okay, median is the middle value. Okay, so median is half of 80. This is the 40th value. Where is the median? Let me check. So we have 2 and then plus 13 makes 15, plus 24 makes 39, and plus 32. The 40 lies over here. So in this interval, 1.65 to 1.8. Right. Now for second part, calculate an estimate of the mean height. Mean we know is sum of fx divided by the total number of children at 80. Right. F we have given. We have to solve for x. X is a midpoint of the intervals. Right. Let me work on the midpoint. 1.2 plus 1.4 divided by 2. 1.2 plus 1.4 divided by 2. 1.3 is the midpoint. 1.4, 1.5 divided by 2. 1.45. 1.5, 1.65 divided by 2 is 1.575. 1.65 plus 1.8 divided by 2 is 1.725. 1.8 plus 1.9 divided by 2 is 1.85. Right. Now let me solve for fx. Fx is the product of frequency and the midpoint of the intervals. Right. So 2 times 1.3, 2.6. 13 times 1.45, 18.85. Okay, 24 times 1.575, 37.8. 32 times 1.725, 55.2. 9 times 1.85, 16.65. Right. Now let me do the sum. 2.6, 18.85, 37.8, 55.2, 16.65. Okay. This is 131.1 out of 80. Divides 80. 1.63875. 1.63875 meters. Right. Now for part B, number 1. One of these children is chosen at random out of 80. Calculate the probability that they have a height of 1.4 meters or less. Okay, so the height which is less than 1.4 meters. 1.4 or less than 1.4 are 2. So they are 2 out of 80. So this is 1 by 40. Now for the second part, 2 of these children are chosen at random out of 80. We are choosing 2. Calculate the probability that both children are taller than 1.45 meters, but only one of them is taller than 1.8 meter. Okay, both are taller than 1.5. More than 1.5, taller than 1.5, but only one of them is taller than 1.8. Okay. So both children are taller than 1.5 meters. So the children taller than 1.5 are 24, 32 and 9. Both are taller than 1.5. But only one of them is taller than 1.8, which is 9, right? So if I can say that the first children is taller than 1.5 and the second one is taller than 1.8, right? So what is 24 and 32? 24 plus 32 is 56, right? So the first one is 56 out of 80 and the other one is 9 out of 79, and they have two combinations. The first one is taller than 1.5 and the other one is taller than 1.8, or the first one is taller than 1.8 and the other one is taller than 1.5. Okay, 56 divides 80 times 9 divides 79 times by 2, which is 63 out of 395. Right. Now for part C, number 1, complete the cumulative frequency table for the heights. The heights we have given and the cumulative frequency. Okay. When the height is 1.4 or less than 1.4, the cumulative frequency we have given is 2. So it's 2. And then for 1.5, it is 2 plus 13, which is 15. Right. 2 plus 13 is 15. The next is 24, which is 39, adding 24. The next add 32, which is 71, and add 9, which is 80. Right. The cumulative frequency table is completed. Now for second part on the grid, draw the cumulative frequency diagram, right? So when the height is 1.4, it's 2. 1.4, it's 2 is over here, right? 1.5, it's 15. 1.5, it's 10. 12, 14, and 15. 1.6 is 39. 32, 34, 36, 38, and 39. 1.8 is 71. 1.4 is 2. 1.5 is 15. 1.65 is 39. Now 1.6, this is 1.65 over here. This is not the point, right? Next is 1.8 and 1.9. So for 1.8, it's 71. Okay, this is 70 and 71, and the last is 1.9, which is 80. Okay, so at this point, right. Now for part D, use your diagram to find an estimate of number 1, the interquartile range. Interquartile range is basically equals to upper quartile minus lower quartile, right? So let me work on upper quartile. Since the sample space is even, there are 80 people. Okay, so upper quartile has a formula which is 3/4 of 80, and lower quartile is 1/4 of 80, right? Right. So simplify 3/4 of 80 is 60th value we have to calculate, and 1/4 of 80 is 20th value, right? Now let me work on the 60th and the 20th value. So this would be the 60th value. Okay, this is my 60th value. Okay, 1.7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1.75, right? Now the 20th value is 1.5, 1, 2, 3, 1.53, right? So this would be 1.75 and this is 1.53. Subtract 1.75, 1.53, 1.75 minus 1.53. This is 0.22 meters, right? Now for the next part, the 60th percentile, which is 60 over 100 times by 80, the total. 60 over 100 times by 80 is 48th value we have to calculate, right? So here we have 40 and this is 48, right? Okay, this is 1.69 in my case, 1.69 meters, sorry. Question number 5, part A. A cone has base diameter 8 centimeter and a perpendicular height is 15 centimeter. Number 1, calculate the volume of a cone. The volume of a cone with the radius r and the height h is this much. Okay. Just plug the values. The volume is 1/3 pi. The radius is equals to 4. 8 by 2, half of a diameter, which is 4 square, and the height is 15. So this would be 15 times 4 times 4 times pi, and divided by 3. This is 251.3 centimeter cube. Right, now for the second part, a label completely covered the curved surface area of a cone, the curved surface area. All right, calculate the area of the label as a percentage of the total surface area of a cone. The curved surface area of a cone with the radius and the slant height we have given, right? So area of a label as a percentage total surface area, right? So for this we have to solve for L, right? This is, okay, let me draw the triangle here. So this length is 15, right? And this should be, the radius is 4. What about the slant height? This is L, right? We can solve for L by using Pythagoras theorem, right? Which is 15 square plus 4 square and square root of answer, which is 15.52, right? This is a slant height L. Okay, so we can say the curved surface area is pi r L. This is pi 4 and 15.5 times by 4 and times it by pi. It is 1 centimeter square, right? Now let me work on the total surface area. The total surface area is pi r L plus pi r square. This is 195.1 plus radius is 4. Pi times 16 is 50.26 plus 95.1. This is 245.4 centimeter square. Now we have to calculate the percentage, right? Percentage of area of a label is 195.1 over 8, the total surface area is 245.4, and as a percentage, time is it by 100. 195.1 divides 245.4 times it by 100, which is 79.5%. All right. Now for part B, an empty cylindrical container with a radius of 0.45 meter. 300 liters of water is poured into the container at a rate of 375 milliliter per second. Number one, find the time taken in minutes and seconds for all the water to be poured into the container, right? So first we have to convert the same units, the 300 liters and 375 milliliters. So we know that 1 liter has 1000 milliliters. 375 milliliters we have to calculate, right? 375 milliliters has 375 out of 1000 liters. This would be 375 divides 1000, 0.375 liters are in 375 milliliters, right? So we know that speed is equals to distance over time, and from here time is equals to distance over speed. So in this case, the distance we are using is 300 liters of water is poured into the container, right? So this would be our distance. This is 300 liters. And the speed, at this rate, which is 375 milliliters, which is 0.375 liters per second. Liter is cancelled with liters. We are just left in seconds. So 300 divides 0.375, which is 800 seconds. Right, now we have to convert seconds into minutes and seconds. Okay, so the conversion we are using over here is 1 minute has 60 seconds. What about 80 seconds? 800 seconds has 800 out of 60 minutes. Right, 800 divides 60. Okay, and this would be 13 minutes and 20 seconds. Right. Now for the second part, calculate the height of the water in the container. So the formula for volume of a container, it's a cylinder, volume of a cylinder is pi r square h. So what is the volume of a container? We have given the information that 300 liters of water is poured into the container. The volume is 300 liters. And this should be equals to pi. The radius is 0.45 meters square times by the height. Now we have to make the same units. Okay. We know that 1 cubic meters has 1000 liters, right? So what about 300 liters, which is 300 out of 1000 cubic meters? 300 divide 1000, which is 0.3 meter cube, right? So I can rewrite this as 0.3 cubic meters, and this is 0.45 square, which is 0.2025 pi times height, and this is in meters square, right? Let me solve for the height. So height should be 0.3 cubic meters over 0.2025 meters square. So it's cancelled. We are left with in meters, right? It's pi as well. Right. Times it by pi. Okay, 0.3 divides answer, which is 0.4715. 0.472 if I round it meters. Question number 6, part A. A sequence has nth term n over 2n plus 3. Number 1. Find the first three terms of this sequence. Give your answer as a fraction. Okay. Now the first three terms. So for the first term, n should be 1. So 1 over 2 into 1 plus 3 is the first term. 1 over 2 into 2 plus 3 is the second term. And 1 over 2 into 3 plus 3 is the third term, right? So 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 plus 3 would be 5. 1 out of 5 is a fraction. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. 1 over 7. 2 times 3 is 6 and 6 plus 3 is 9. 1 out of 9. Now for the second part, the kth term of this sequence is 12 over 25. Find the value of k. So this is the kth term, right? So and we have given that the nth term of the sequence would be this. So the kth term would be k over 2k plus 3. This in terms of n, we are substituting n with k. So this is a kth term and this should be equals to 12 out of 25. Cross multiplication and solving for k. So this is 25k and this would be equals to 12 into 2k plus 3, right? For this simplification, we have 25k equals to 12 times 2 would be 24k and 12 times 3 would be 36. So 25k minus 24k, this is equals to 36. So 25 minus 24 would be k, this is 36. So the k value is 36. So it means the 36th term of the sequence is 12 over 25. Now for part B, find the nth term of each sequence. Okay, so let's work on the first sequence. Let me find out the difference between the term. So 13 minus 6, the difference is 7. Okay, 32 minus 13, it's 19. 69 minus 32, 37. And 130 minus 69, this is 61. The first difference is not constant, the sequence is not linear, right? Let me try the second difference. 19 minus 7, this is 12. 37 minus 19, this is 18. And 61 minus 37, this is 24. The second difference is also not constant, so this is not a quadratic sequence. Let me check the third difference. 18 minus 12, this is 6. And 24 minus 18 is 6. The third difference is constant, so it means it is a cubic sequence, right? So the sequence should be n cube, n plus minus something, right? So for 1 cube, it's 1 and adding 5 makes 6, right? Now for the second term, 2 cube would be 8 and 8 plus 5 would be 13. And 3 cube is 27 and 27 plus 5 is 32. Yes, n cube plus 5 is the nth term of this sequence. Now for the second part, okay, let me take the ratios of the sequence, right? So the common ratio 50 over 100, it's 1 by 2, right? 25 over 50 is again 1 by 2. 12.5 over 25 is 1 by 2. 6.25 over 12.5 is 1 by 2. It has a common ratio, so it means it is a geometric sequence. So the nth term formula for geometric sequence is an is equals to a, r exponent is n minus 1. A is the first term of the sequence. In this case, it is 100. R is the common ratio, which is 1 by 2, and its exponent is n minus 1, right? Or we can rewrite this as 100 times 2. Its exponent would be 1 minus n. We are shifting 2 to the numerator, so its exponent is reversed. N minus 1 changes to minus n plus 1. Question number 7. The diagram shows the straight roads between town A, town B, and town C. Okay. AC is 60 kilometer. A to C is 60 kilometer. C to B is 87 kilometer, and B is due east of A. Okay. The bearing of C from A is 38 degrees. C from A, right? Number A, show that the angle ACB, A, C, and B, this angle should be 95.1 degrees, correct to 1 decimal place, right? So we have to solve for this angle. So as you can see, we have a triangle ABC. We have two sides. We have to find one angle. All right. Okay, so this is basically 90 degrees perpendicular because we have given B is due east of A, right? So what is angle BAC? Okay, so this is 90 minus 38. This angle is 52 degrees. Okay, let me apply the law of sine. We have the angle A and the side A. Angle B we have to find, and the side B we have, right? So we can say sine B over its front side is 60 equals to sine of A is 652 over the front side is 87, right? Now we have sine B should be 60 over 87 and times it by sine of 52, right? 60 divide 87 times sine 52 degrees. Okay, and doing sine inverse of answer, it should be in degrees. So B should be equals to 32.9 degrees, correct to 1 decimal place. This is 32.9 degrees, right? Okay, now we have to solve for the third angle. As we know that sum of all angles of a triangle is add up to 180. So we can say angle C would be equals to 180, subtract 52 degrees and subtract 32.9 degrees. Okay, 180 take away 52, take away answer. This should be angle C is equals to 95.08 degrees. Up to 1 decimal place is 95.1 degree. So this is correct. Now for part B, without stopping, a car travels from town A to town C, okay, and then to town B before returning directly to town A. The total time taken for the journey is 3 hours and 20 minutes. Calculate the average speed of a car for this journey. Give your answer in kilometer per hour. Okay, so we know that average speed is total distance traveled over total time taken, right? Okay, so without stopping, a car travels from town A to B, A to C, and then to B, and then to A. Okay, so the total distance is A to C, which is 60 kilometers. C to B is 87 kilometers. We have to find what is AB or BA, right? That would be the total distance and the total time we have given, right? So we have all the three angles and the two sides. We have to find the third side of the triangle. So we can use law of sine or law of cosine. Both works here. So let me solve for AB first, right? So, okay, let me use law of sine here, right? So we can say AB over, okay, and its front angle would be sine of 95.1 95.1 degrees, right? Because the side AB and its front angle, you can use this angle and side this angle, or side this, is your choice, right? Okay, the side I'm using 87 kilometer and its angle would be 52. Right, let me solve for AB. So AB would be sine of 95.1 degrees over sine of 52 degrees times by 87. Right, let me simplify this. Sine 95.1, sorry, sine 95.1 over sine of 52 and times it by 87 is this is AB, 109.96 kilometer. Right, now the total distance traveled would be adding 60 and adding 87. This would be 256.9. The total distance traveled is 256.9 kilometer, and the time is 3 hours and 20 minutes. Okay, so we have to find the answer in kilometer per hour. This is in kilometer, we have to find in terms of hours, so converting minutes into hours basically. So 1 minute, no, 1 hour has 60 minutes. What about 20 minutes in terms of hours? 20 minutes would be 1 out of 60 and times by 20. Basically 20 out of 60. 1/3 hour we can say, right? This would be 1/3 or 20 minutes. Right, so 1/3 hours and adding 3 hours, this would be 10/3 hours basically. So 256.9 kilometer and divided by 10/3 hour. So this would be 256.9 divides answer. This would be 77.07 or 77.1 kilometer per hour is the average speed. Question number 8, part A, number 1, show that the equation can be written as this. It's a cubic polynomial, right? So let me use a distributive property here. Distribute x minus, let me keep x minus 4 as it is, and distribute x plus 1 and x minus 2. Okay, so this would be x square minus 2x and plus x minus 2. X minus 4, and this should be x square minus x minus 2, right? For the distribution, you have x cube minus x square minus 2x and minus 4x square, and this would be plus 4x and plus 8, right? So this would be x cube and minus 5x square and plus 2x and plus 8. So it's the same. Right, now for the second part, on the diagram, sketch the graph of this cubic polynomial indicating the values where the graph crosses the axis. Okay, so let me use its factored form we have given, which is x minus 4, x plus 1 and x minus 2. Right, so the x-intercepts are, we can say x equals to 4, x equals to negative 1, and x is equals to 2. These are the x-intercepts. Right. Let me label the x-intercepts first. Okay. Now you have to take this as 1, 2, 3, 4. The x-intercept is 4 and the x-intercept is 2, and this should be negative 1. Right. This is negative 1, this is 2, and this is 4, right? Now the y-intercept, when x value is 0, we have to solve for the y-intercept, which is negative 4 into 1 into negative 2. 2 times 4 would be 8. Y-intercept is 8. Okay. Right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if I can say 2, 4, 6, 8, this is 8, right? Or let me take a scale by 4. This is 4 and this should be 8. I'm using 4, 8, 12, and 16, right? Now, since it is a cubic polynomial and the leading coefficient is positive, so it means the graph extends from first and to third quadrant, right? So let me connect all the intercepts. Okay. Okay. Right. So this is a sketch for this cubic polynomial. Now for part B, the graph of this cubic polynomial has two tangents with gradient of 10. Find the equation of these two tangents. You must solve your working and give your answer in the form of y equals to mx plus c. It has two tangents with a gradient of 10. Means we have to find the gradient y prime or dy by dx. And this would be 3x square minus 10x plus 2. And this should be equals to 10 with the gradient of 10, right? Okay, so let me simplify. This is 3x square minus 10x plus 2 minus 10 equals to 0. So 3x square minus 10x minus 8 equals to 0, right? Now let me factorize this. 3 times 8 is 24, 2 times 12 is 24, 2 minus 12 makes negative 10, 3x square plus 2x minus 10, 12x minus 8 equals to 0. So taking x common, we have 3x plus 2, and taking negative 4 common, 4 times 3 is 12, x plus 2 equals to 0. The two factors are 3x plus 2 and x minus 4 equals to 0. Let me simplify from here. X value is 4 and x value is negative 2 by 3. Let me solve the corresponding y values by substituting into the equation, right? So when x value is 4, y should be equals to 4 cube minus 5 4 square plus 2 times of 4 plus 8, right? So 4 cube minus 5 times 16, 4 square is 16, plus 2 times 4 and plus 8. The y value is 0, right? Let me check the second y value. Okay, negative 2 by 3, its whole cube, and minus 5 into negative 2 by 3, its square, plus 2 into minus 2 by 3, and plus 8, right? So minus 2 by 3, its cube, and minus 5 into minus 2 by 3 square, and plus 2 into minus 2 by 3 and plus 8. This should be 112 over 27. Y is 112 over 27, right? Now we have the two coordinates. The first one is 4 and 0, and the second one is minus 2 by 3 and 112 by 27, right? Now we have to find the equations of tangents in this form, right? So for equations of tangents, it has two tangents with a gradient of 10. The slope of those two tangents are 10. It means the m value is 10 we have given. We have to solve for c. So for the first one, we can say y equals to 10x plus c. Why? To solve for c, plug this value. X is 4 and y is 0. So 0 would be equals to 10 times of 4 plus c. And c should be negative of 40. right? So this should be equals to y equals to 10x minus 40, the first one. The second one is y equals to 10x plus c, and 112 over 27. This is 10 into minus 2 by 3 and plus c, right? 10 into minus 2 by 3, okay, and times by negative 1, and add this into 112 over 27. This should be, the c is 292 over 27, right? The next equation is 10x plus 292 over 27. So these are the two equations of tangent of this cubic polynomial. Question number 9, part A, simplify number 1. Okay, so this is 3 cube x square, its cube, y to the power 4, its cube. 3 cube is 27, x square. 2 times 3 would be 6, and y 3 times 4 is 12. Now for the second part, first we have to take a reciprocal to make the positive exponent, which is x 16, y 8 out of 16. Its exponent would be 3 by 2, right? Now x 16, its exponent is 3 by 2. Y to the power 8, its exponent is 3 by 2. And we have 16, its exponent is 3 by 2, right? Okay, 3 by 2 times by 16, x would be 24, right? 3 by 2 times by 8, y exponent is 12, right? Okay, 16 exponent is 3 by 2, 64. Right. Now for part B, number 1, factorize. This should be x square minus 3 square. Difference of square. X plus 3 and x minus 3 are the two factors. Now for the second part, we have to simplify. So the factors of the numerator are x plus 3 and x minus 3. And the denominator, okay, 2 and y is common. We are left with x minus 2 times 3 would be 6. And we have 5 is common, plus 5 is common. X minus 3 is left. Factors are x plus 3 into x minus 3 over 2y plus 5 into x minus 3. Okay. Let me cancel the like factors, which is x minus 3 with x minus 3. So the simplified answer is x plus 3 over 2y plus 5. Right. Question number, now for part C. Solve the simultaneous equation. You must show all your working and give your answer correct to 2 decimal place. Okay. So from here we have the y value. This is my second equation and this is my first equation. Let me substitute the second equation into the first equation. So 2x plus the y value is 5x square plus 2x minus 13 equals to 7. So this would be 4x plus 5x square minus 13 minus 7 equals to 0. 5x square plus 4x minus 20 equals to 0, right? Now let me factorize this. Okay, it's hard to find the factors, so let me use a quadratic formula over here, right? So x should be equals to negative of b value plus minus square root b square minus 4 times the a value times the c value divided by 2 times of the a value, right? Simplify, we have x is equals to negative 4 plus minus, okay, minus 4 times 5 times minus 20, 400 plus 16,416. Square root of answer is 4 square root of 26. 2 times 5 is 10. Right. So let me simplify. Minus 4 plus 4 square root of 26 over 10. This is 1.639 up to 2 decimal place 1.64. Right, and the second is minus 4 square root of 26 divided by 10. This is minus 2.44. Right, now let me solve the corresponding y values. Right, so for the corresponding y values, plug the x values into the equation, which is 2x plus y equals to 7, and y should be equals to 7 minus 2x. So y should be equals to 7 minus 2 times of x, or y is equals to 7 minus 2 times of x. Right. So 7 minus 2 into 1.64, 3.72, right? The next is 7 minus 2 into minus 0.44, 11.88 is the y value, right? Question number 10, part A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, right? It's a cuboid with a square base of side x centimeter. C to G, CG is 20 centimeter, right? AG is 28 centimeter. Calculate the value of x, right? We have given CG and AG, right? If I connect A with C, this should be a right angle triangle. ACG, it's a right angle triangle. We have the hypotenuse, the perpendicular. Let me solve for the base by using Pythagoras theorem, right? So hypotenuse square equals to the base square plus 20 square, right? So the base, which is AC, this should be equals to 28 square minus 20 square and the square root, right? So 28 square minus 20 square and square root of answer, which is 8 square root 6. Centimeters, right? Now consider the triangle ABC. This is again a right angle triangle. Solving for the x, applying the Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse is AC, its square equals to AB square plus BC square. Okay, this should be 8 square root of 6, its whole square, x square plus x square, right? So this square is 384. 384 equals to 2x square dividing by 2. So from here x square would be 192, and square root of answer is x should be equals to 8 square root of 3. Okay, or we can say 13.85 or 13.9 centimeter is the value for x. Now for part B, the diagram shows a different cuboid J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R. Okay, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R. M, R, this is 30 centimeter, right? Correct to the nearest centimeters. And R to K, this is 37 centimeter, correct to the nearest centimeters, right? This is correct to the nearest 1 centimeter. So whenever we have correct to the nearest means we have to find the upper and lower bound. We have to add and subtract. This is in centimeter, this is 1 centimeter, so it's 1 by 2. Adding and subtracting by 1 by 2. Right, so 1 by 2 is 0 0.5. Yes, so the upper and lower bound from here would be 30.5 and 29.5. 30 plus 0 0.5 and 30 minus 0 0.5. Right, so the other one, the upper and lower bounds we are solving, which is 37.5 and 36.5. Right, now calculate the lower bound of the angle between KR and the base JKLM of the cuboid. Okay, let me connect K with M. Right, so the angle between KR and the base JKLM, so this would be that angle, right? So if I consider the triangle KMR, so this is a right angle triangle, right? So we have given this is 30 centimeter, this is 37 centimeters. We have to solve for this angle, right? So it's a right angle triangle. We can use a trigonometric ratio. So we can say sine of theta, this angle, let's say, is theta, is opposite over hypotenuse. Right, opposite side is 30 and hypotenuse is 37, but the question is we have to find the lower bound of that angle, right? So for the lower bound, it means for sine theta, its lower bound we are calculating, it means opposite lower bound and hypotenuse upper bound, right? So opposite is 30, its lower bound is 29.5 and hypotenuse is 37, its upper bound is 37.5, right? So we can say sine of theta, the opposite is 30, lower bound is 29.5 and the upper bound of hypotenuse is 37.5. It should be in degrees, right? So theta should be equals to sine inverse of 29.5 over 37.5. Right, let me simplify. 29.5 over 37.5. So doing sine inverse of answer, this should be 51.87. Or let me round it to 1 decimal place. 51.9 degrees is the angle. So that was the last question of our paper. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Take care.